Tired of wondering what others are really thinking? Fed up with decoding vague body language cues or second-guessing subtle gestures? What if I tell you, you can actually get into what is really on their mind? Whether you are talking to your boss, a friend, or a complete stranger, it is possible to read anyone like a book. Honestly, everyone wants to read minds, and if you have been struggling to get the truth behind the smiles, frowns, or crossed arms, you have come to the right place. In this video, I will be sharing with you the art of reading body language and gestures. By the end, you will understand the accurate and actionable tips to see through the facades and understand people better than ever before. The number one sign is the crossed arms and legs. These are physical barriers that scream, "I am not buying what you are selling." Even if the other person is smiling and having a seemingly pleasant conversation, their body language can reveal the real story. The truth is, when someone crosses their arms or legs, they are closing themselves off emotionally, mentally, and physically from what is in front of them. Crossed limbs mean the person is not just blocking their vital organs, but also blocking off from your ideas. If someone is sitting across from you at a meeting, arms folded tightly over their chest or legs crossed at the knee, even if they are nodding along, those crossed limbs reveal resistance. It is not intentional, but it is a revealing sign that can clue you into what is really going on. Secondly, pay attention to their breathing. I know what you are thinking. How can breathing be a sign? Everyone breathes all the time. But hold up. Breathing patterns can be a big giveaway. When someone is angry, their face gets reddened, which is commonly caused by rapid breathing. This reaction is tied to the brain releasing hormones in a fight or flight response. A hormone called cortisol starts flowing, which increases blood pressure and heart rate. As a result, the person starts breathing shallow and fast. Imagine a person sitting across from you, taking short, quick breaths, or their chest is heaving up and down. This person is stressed, angry, or on edge, and it is a sign you should pay attention to. Breathing changes are a window into a person's emotional state. Third up is the mouth block. Have you ever seen a child tell a lie and cover their mouth? That is a natural instinct when we are trying to keep something in or regret what we said. And yes, adults do it too, sometimes out of shame or discomfort. This gesture can appear as a sudden mouth touch or a rub over the lips that signals an attempt to withhold or take back words. In conversation, if someone touches their mouth suddenly, it indicates they are hiding something. And if this is paired with other negative cues like a shame gesture or blocking, you are treading into nervous territory. So, stay alert and read the room. The next one we have is their eyes. Most of us grew up hearing, "Look me in the eye when you talk to me." The idea is that it is tough to look someone in the eye and lie, and there is some truth to that. But now, everyone knows it, and liars try to compensate by staring you down. The problem is that they overdo it by holding eye contact to an uncomfortable degree. On average, people hold eye contact for 7 to 10 seconds, longer when we are listening than when we are talking. So if someone is staring you down like a hawk, especially with an unblinking gaze, they are probably lying to you. Now, other eye patterns can also give clues. Rapid blinking can signal nervousness, while darting eyes indicate distraction or discomfort. On the flip side, eyes that widen when someone speaks show genuine interest or surprise, while narrowing eyes can signal skepticism or annoyance. So keep an eye on these subtle shifts to read between the lines. Fifth up is the facial expressions. Facial expressions can help you get the scoop on how someone feels, but they are not always accurate. People sometimes mask their feelings by smiling when they are angry or hiding sadness behind a neutral face. But other cues like pitch, body language, and tone of voice combined can reveal what is really going on. So you gotta take in the big picture, the whole enchilada. Don't just zero in on the face. Read the room. Take in the body language and listen to the words. For instance, a smile can mean happiness, but it could also be hiding stress or discomfort. And a furrowed brow signals confusion, frustration, or deep thought. So, check the full context to understand how someone really feels. Number 6 is the exaggerated nods. Exaggerated nodding is a neon sign of anxiety about approval. When someone nods excessively, they are worried about your opinion or doubting their ability to follow instructions. This is a major red flag in conversations and meetings because it shows insecurity or nervousness. For example, imagine explaining something to someone and they nod repeatedly. This is not a normal agreement. In fact, it is overcompensation. They are trying to reassure you and themselves that they get it, even if they are uncertain. Pay attention to this sign, as it can reveal deeper concerns about confidence and communication. At number 7 we have the eyebrow raise. Raised eyebrows signal discomfort. 3 main emotions make your eyebrows go up: surprise, worry, and fear. Try raising your eyebrows while having a relaxed, casual conversation with a friend. It's tough, isn't it? So, if someone raises their eyebrows while talking to you, and the topic isn't one that logically triggers surprise, worry, or fear, then something else is going on. Pay close attention to eyebrow movements. An upward flick might indicate a brief surprise or interest, but consistently raised eyebrows could be a sign of deeper unease or concern. Tip number 8 is the grip. Just as some people extend their fingertips in stressful situations, others may ball up their fists or tighten their grip. If someone's holding a glass or mug, they might start gripping it tighter. This is a release of pent-up energy, a subtle but revealing sign. This can also look like tightly clenched fists, knuckles turning white, or even gripping the edges of a chair. The grip can show anxiety or stress, even if the person's words say otherwise, so look out for it. Moving on to the 9th one, voice pitch. The pitch of someone's voice can alter depending on their mood. When a person is sad, their voice tends to deflate, talking in a lower octave and slower rate. On the flip side, faster, peppier voices indicate happiness. Listen for these changes in pitch, speed, and tone. If someone's voice gets higher and more excited, they might be enthusiastic or joyful. But if it drops into a lower, slower register, they could be feeling down or reserved. All right, the next one is the hand gestures. Hands are essential for conveying warmth and charisma. In a study of TED Talks, the best speakers use their hands to emphasize and demonstrate their words. For instance, if I say I have a big idea, I can show you how big it is. Or if I am talking about 3 things, I can count them out on my hand. Hand gestures lighten someone's cognitive load by providing an outline for their thoughts. When you see someone gesturing, they are not just talking, they are guiding you through their ideas. Pay attention to the patterns. A hand waving to the side might signal dismissiveness, while a clenched fist reveals frustration or determination. Gestures like these can fill in the gaps between words. Number 11 is smile. Okay, I know we have talked about facial expressions before, but this one is exclusively for smiles. It is a major sign that tells you a lot about the person and what is going on in their mind. A smile looks happy at first glance, but don't let it fool you. There are different types of smiles, each telling its own story. For example, the Duchenne smile. It is genuine and is spread across the face. It involves both the mouth and eyes, and also sometimes shows teeth. It signals true joy. Then, there is the social smile. It is a more polite and restrained version, without teeth and not reaching the eyes. It is used to convey friendliness and courtesy, even if happiness isn't in the mix. Lastly, the dominant smile. It is lopsided and looks more like a smirk, with one corner of the mouth raised. It shows confidence, superiority, or even condescension. So, don't be fooled by a grin. A smile can mask discomfort, fake friendliness, or reveal smugness, depending on its type and context. Look beyond the surface to understand the emotion behind it. Next up, look for the clenched jaw. A clenched jaw, a tightened neck, or a furrowed brow are all signs of stress. No matter what the person is saying, these are signs of discomfort. The conversation could be touching on something they are anxious about, or their mind could be elsewhere, focused on the thing that is stressing them out. The key is to watch for a mismatch between what the person says and what their tense body language is telling you. Are their words calm, but their jaw tight? That is a clear sign that they are not as at ease as they let on. Tip number 13 is the head tilt. The head tilt is a positive gesture. For example, if I say, "Can you hear that?" you will most probably turn and expose your ear. This is a natural response, and in a good conversation, a slight head tilt shows you are listening and interested. Pairing it with a triple nod acts like a nonverbal "tell me more," signaling engagement and encouraging the speaker to continue. It is a gesture of empathy that shows that the person is willing to understand and engage with the speaker's perspective. Look for a slight tilt of the head to one side, sometimes accompanied by a gentle smile or nod. And finally, the last one is posture. Posture tells the story. Have you ever seen someone walk into a room and immediately know that they are in charge? That effect is due to body language, including an erect posture, gestures made with the palms facing down, and open, expansive movements. The brain equates power with the amount of space people take up. Different postures convey different messages. A slouched posture, for instance, can signal a lack of confidence, exhaustion, or disengagement. Someone slumping in their chair or walking with hunched shoulders appears uninterested or defeated. On the other hand, an upright posture with shoulders back and head held high projects confidence and attentiveness. This shows the person is present, alert, and ready to engage. You can also read someone's mind by how they move. A person pacing back and forth, for example, indicates restlessness or anxiety. Quick, sharp movements can suggest he has nervous thoughts, while slow, deliberate actions reflect calmness in his mind. In conversations or meetings, observe how someone positions themselves in relation to others. If they lean forward, it shows engagement and interest, while leaning back indicates detachment or defensiveness in their head. Understanding these subtleties can help you read people's minds and thoughts to get a clearer sense of the person's true feelings and mindset. Reading body language and gestures gives you a sneak peek into what someone is thinking. These tips will help you understand the signs and dive deeper into people's minds. But remember, use this knowledge responsibly. Don't take advantage of these cues for manipulation or deception. Instead, use them to build better connections, improve communication, and strengthen relationships. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like. Share any questions or thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.